Hello everyone, and welcome to Healthy Cooking with Shayda. I'm your host, and this is where I teach you how to make simple, healthy, delicious meals that are salt, oil, and sugar free. Before we get started, if you have not subscribed to our YouTube channel, please subscribe to our channel and give us a thumbs up. We would really appreciate it. And to those of you that have subscribed, we can't thank you enough. Today we are going to be making a delicious butternut squash curry soup. And some of the ingredients that are going to be going inside of here, we are going to make it in the Instant Pot, which makes it really easy. But if you wanted to make it on the stovetop, you certainly can make it on the stovetop as well. So what goes in here is going to be, of course, butternut squash. You've got your onions and carrots and celery, your spices. And at the end, I am going to be adding sliced mushrooms. I'm finding that lately I really enjoy having a lot of mushrooms in my life. And I'm starting to eat a lot more of it. And the soup just adds, not the soup, but the mushroom just adds a nice texture to the soup, which makes it really nice and delicious. And we're also going to add sweet potatoes to this because it just makes it even more creamier. So the first thing you want to do is on your Instant Pot, go ahead and start the saute function. Hit that button. And once it's hot, we've had this on for a little while, we are going to add, and this is the mirepoix, so this is this is carrots, onions, and celery. We're going to add that to the mixture, to the pot. And we're going to saute this for a little while, probably about 7 to 8 minutes, until the vegetables get really nice and soft. I absolutely love sauteing in the pan, and this keeps it a one-pot meal, and you don't have to do too many cleanups. You're basically just cleaning up one pot. So this has been going on for about 7 to 8 minutes. It's starting to get there. I have been adding a little bit of water at a time because the onions and the celery, they start to stick. So don't be afraid, but don't pour a lot of water in them. Probably add about a tablespoon at a time. And in fact, I'm going to be adding just a little bit more. And you want to scrape the bottom of the pan because that's where all the glaze is and all the flavor is there. Next, we're going to add the garlic to it. You can leave your garlics whole. You don't have to chop them up because we will be blending this to a smooth, creamy soup. All right, so let's go ahead and turn this off now. So we are going to start adding all the ingredients in here. We've got about 3 pounds of chopped butternut squash. Now you can buy them already chopped up, or you can do them yourself. I'm a little bit lazy, so for the convenience of it, if I can have it already chopped up, I will do it. Next, we are going to add, I'm going to go ahead and add about 1 cup of the water in already, so there's liquid on the bottom of the pan. Now we're going to add the potatoes. And I've got probably about 1.5 pounds of sweet potatoes. We're going to add that in there. We're going to peel them and chop them up, and we're going to add them to the butternut squash. So you want to cut the ends off. And then we're just going to peel them really quick and easy. And then just chop them up. By chopping them up and putting it in here, it just makes it really easy when you're blending it with your immersion blender. I know some people leave them whole in here, but I find for me that it's easier to chop them up and put them in there. So we've got our last potato going in, and now we are going to add your vegetable broth. You can add water to this, or you can add vegetable broth, whatever you like. I actually like the low sodium vegetable broth as it has no oil. And this whole carton is 4 cups, and I've already got a cup of vegetable broth already in there, so it's our 5 cups of broth that we need. We got that in there. Now we are going to add our spices. So we've got ginger. Now you can use fresh ginger or you could use ginger powder, whichever one is easier for you. Today I'm going to use the powder because I don't have any fresh ginger at home. But I think fresh ginger would be better. But either one works. And next we are going to add curry powder. The curry powder that I really like, it's got a mellow taste, and this is my favorite one. It is by Frontier. I am going to be putting this in the show notes for you to look at. I know that Mother's Market and some of the Sprouts markets, they do carry this, which is really nice. Now I only go 1 tablespoon of curry powder, but I know my friend Erin goes a lot more than I do, which is okay. It's to taste. It's whatever you guys are gonna like. We're gonna put that in there, and then we're going to add a little bit of nutmeg, and the nutmeg I buy is from Savory Spice. And we're also going to be adding miso. Now, miso is optional. I just had some lab work done, and unfortunately my sodium level is low. So I will be adding a little bit of miso to this because I wanted to get the sodium in there. And I don't want to use regular table salt. So I add the miso, which is a soybean, and that's a little bit healthier. So I will add that. But again, the miso is totally optional. You don't have to do it. And also, we are going to add a little bit of black pepper to this. And that is it. So now let's close the lid. We want to lock the seal, and we're going to go for 10 minutes. And as soon as that comes up and we're ready, I'll go ahead and show you guys and see what we're going to do next. Okay, so our butternut squash curry soup has already come to pressure, and I'm letting the pressure to come down naturally. So I'm going to start to release it, which it just had a little bit more, but I recommend doing it with gloves on instead of like your finger like I just did. It doesn't hurt, but you don't want to burn yourself. All right, guys, so the pressure has come down and we have released it. So let's open this up. Open it up very carefully. Give it a good blend. And to this, we are going to add a half a cup of fresh orange juice. This is freshly squeezed. And the orange juice just gives it a nice, between the orange juice and the ginger and everything in here, it just gives it a wonderful, wonderful taste. Now, you're going to get your immersion blender. And I want to tell you guys about the new immersion blender that I got. This is by Vitamix. It is by far one of the best immersion blenders that I have ever used. My Cuisinart, I've had 2 of them so far and they've all died. But the pressure that this one has compared to what they had is 0 to none. And this will blend it in no time at all. Whereas the Cuisinart blender, it took time for it to do. So if you guys come across this, I've posted it in my Amazon page. Sometimes, I bought it on sale, and it does go on sale, and I know for Black Friday, I posted it for you guys, and hopefully some of you guys got it. And I know some of you have it and you absolutely love it, but if you don't, you guys have to try this. And you're going to blend everything in the pot. Okay guys, it's only been a few minutes and this is already done. So we're done. And that took really no time at all. Yep, it's all, look at this, nice, and I know you can't see it. Maybe I can go like this. You can see it's nice and smooth. Now to this, we are going to add our sliced mushrooms. This is probably about 8 ounces. We're going to add it all in here. We're not going to blend the mushrooms. I want the mushrooms to, I want the soup to have a little bite. So I like having the mushrooms in the soup. So we're going to leave the mushrooms in here for about 10 or 15 minutes for it to really soften up before we serve it. So what you want to do is now put the cover back on, put the lid back on, and let it stay in there for about 10-15 minutes. All right guys, our butternut squash curry soup is ready. Let's open the lid carefully. Put it back here. Let's give this a good stir. And we're going to serve these in these beautiful bowls. Oh, it smells so, so good. And it's cold here right now, so soup really, really hits the spot. I'm gonna wait till that cools a little bit, and then we're gonna try it. And the added mushrooms in here just give it such good flavor. There we go. Now, I put a little bit of raw pumpkin seeds, just like a little bit, a handful. But you can certainly leave that out. You don't have to add it in here. But it does give it a nice little crunch and a nice little flavor. So let's taste this. Oh my God, this is so good. And you know, I gotta be honest with you guys. For the longest time, I didn't like soups. It wasn't until I became plant-based that I actually started taking a liking to soups, and now I can't get enough of it. And the best part is, with the rest of this that I have my super cubes that I'm going to take these and put them in there, and then I'm going to freeze them so that I always have it for whenever I would like a cup of soup. I can just pull out the super cubes, defrost it, and have it in that. But guys, thank you so much for watching another episode of Healthy Cooking with Shayda. Please make sure to share this video with your friends and your family. And just remember, it's one bite at a time, one meal at a time, and we will see you at our next video. Have a good day.